I was watching over the water. There's a giant fog cloud. You couldn't see anything past it. But out in the water, you could see the tip of a sailboat just slowly careening by. And it was really eerie, and I thought that was really neat. I just thought, man, this is what I want to wake up to in the morning.
Welcome to this special series of the EdUp Canada Podcast, Sea of Opportunities. In these short episodes, we're exploring two big questions. What do careers actually look like in the Royal Canadian Navy? And how has the Navy set up these men and women who serve our nation for success after leaving their career in the Navy? And to get these answers, we're joined by the crew members of the HMCS St. John's Halifax, who are going to talk about their own experiences and their own careers. And we're also going to talk to the men and women who serve these boats on shore to ensure they have all the support they need as they travel the world. It's like being on the ship while you're in your home. So without further delay, we bring you this special episode of the EdUp Canada Podcast, Sea of Opportunities. Welcome back to the Sea of Opportunities podcast. I'm Michael Sangster, your host, and I am joined now by Junior Acoustics Operator. Mr. Lynch has joined us to talk about his life in the Navy. He enlisted in 2022, and he is currently sailing towards Europe on the HMCS St. John's, and we're going to talk to him about his career and his path. But let's start off a little bit about yourself. You're from Nova Scotia. Why the Navy? Why did you enlist in the Navy?
I chose the Navy because my grandfather on my mother's side was in the Navy, and I heard he really enjoyed it. He went down to the African coast, and he brought back stories of all the neat things he'd see, and I just thought, why not give it a try?
And you went and enlisted right into the Navy, went right into your basic training, the military basic training, I assume. What was your education background before you enlisted in the Navy?
I went straight from high school. Just got my grade 12s, and right after that, went straight in.
And this was the goal, and now you're a junior acoustics operator. Is this your first deployment?
This is my first deployment.
And you're out till December.
My specific case is a bit different, but the main deployment is out to December.
So you may not be out for the full duration?
No, unfortunately not.
But life in the Navy, you may end up out for the full duration, right? You don't really know.
Yeah.
100%.
Could change at any moment.
What your life can bring and where you can go. So you're right out of high school, 2022. So you're a young guy.
Yes, I am.
Are you the youngest on ship?
Not anymore. I was 2 years ago.
Funny how that happens. We all get older, even at your age.
Yes.
Was there a moment for you when you got on board that you went, oh, I'm in the right place. This is where I want to be?
I'd have to say it was last summer. In July, I was attached posted to the HMCS Fredericton, and we were out at the opening of St. Lawrence River, and it was a really neat moment. I was on the bridge. I was the starboard lookout, and I was watching over the water. There's a giant fog cloud. You couldn't see anything past it. But out in the water, you could see the tip of a sailboat just slowly careening by. And it was really eerie, and I thought that was really neat. I just thought, man, this is what I want to wake up to in the morning. Yeah.
I got to go out in the Leaders at Sea program, and we went back on the back deck at about 2 a.m. and looked at the stars.
Yeah.
And I would find it hard not to go out and do that every night where you are right now, because there's literally no light pollution at all, right?
Yeah.
How isolating does it feel?
Not too isolated. We have resources on ship, so we can contact our family pretty much any time.
You're in the middle of the North Atlantic, and one of the gentlemen that we interviewed mentioned that you're actually closer to the International Space Station than you are to Halifax right now.
Yeah, that's the case.
That was a bit mind-blowing for me, but the Navy is really doing a better job of making sure you're well taken care of, and there's people you can speak to and you can talk to. You're a young guy. This is your first big job, right?
Yeah.
This is different. But do you feel like there's that safety net, those mentors you can lean into?
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's a lot of people on ship, even just people you work with. You can make friends on ship and speak to them if you're having any troubles. There's also our Padre, which she's a very nice lady, and she can help anyone who's feeling stressed or anxious or anything like that. It's pretty good.
It's a big commitment. It's a big time. you've got the main job we've talked about. What's the secondary job? Because everybody on board's kind of got another role, don't you? You get trained for just about everything, right?
Yes, you get trained for quite a bit. My specific secondary duty is the stores representative for the sonar section. And what a stores representative does is they make sure that the section has everything they need, be it pens, paper, or it could even be sonobuoys, any expendable sensors, even training equipment like our EMATs. And most of the time, I have to double check, make sure all the paperwork's right, and get a go ahead for my chain of command. And whatever our section needs, I can order that, and it'll either be acquired at the next port, or if we're alongside, we can just get it shipped directly to the boat.
So you're 3 years in here. Is there a skill that you feel you've already honed that you never really would have thought you'd develop, or what's the biggest thing you've learned in your time in the Navy already?
Biggest thing I've learned in the Navy is probably, it's not the same camaraderie as the Army, but in the Navy, you definitely have certain people that you always see because we have shift work. So if you're on the night shift, then you can see, say, the night cook. And it's really neat getting to see what time of day things happen, and you really learn your schedule well. And it's pretty neat.
Are you day or night these days?
Right now, I'm a night shift worker.
Comes with youth, I bet.
Yeah.
You got to earn your way to the day shift?
Not quite, but the petty officers definitely don't like the night shift.
Yeah, it's a different toll, although I enjoyed walking up. We went up to the bridge about 2 a.m. when we were on board for the Leaders at Sea program, and it was interesting to watch. There was a little quietness. You could sit and talk to the crew a little bit more, and they were offloading some contractors in the harbor at night. So it was still interesting to watch everything that was going on. So you want to make this a career. You're in for the haul. You signed, I assume, a 3-year commitment to start?
Yeah, so far it's just a 3-year, but I plan on taking this and turning it into a full career for myself.
Picking up different skills and running through. It's interesting. I've probably talked to 20 different jobs today, talking to different people on board. So there's all kinds of opportunity, isn't there? So if you had a message to Canadians or a message to some of our graduates and students that are looking at a life in the Navy, anything you'd want to say to them?
I'd have to say it's an easy way to travel. You definitely get to experience a lot of stuff that you never really think you would. It's a good learning experience.
That's fantastic. So last we've asked people today, is there a message for your family? Because they're back at home worrying about you a bit too, right? But supporting you.
I'd have to say, don't worry to my father, because he was kind of worked up that he missed my first deployment. But there's always going to be a next one. So I'll get to see him
just
now.
A message to Dad, don't worry, everything's going to be good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And as we've said to everybody, we wish you fair winds and following seas as you go on this journey. And we can't wait to see the whole crew back in port in December. You're coming back a little bit earlier by the sounds of it, but we're sure the whole crew will come back safe and sound at the end of December. And we thank you for your support of the nation and your service to our country.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to this special episode of the EdUp Canada Podcast, Sea of Opportunities. If you like this episode, I hope you leave a review for us, as it helps more people to discover the show. If you're interested in a career in the Navy, you can click on the link in the show notes to learn all about the Naval Experience Program. Thanks for learning with us.